All right, let's talk about the 2020 elections. One of the blinding things that I find about any election is how little information, whether it's on the supposed progressive left or the corporate media, even independent sources, how they don't cover candidates very well. They don't tell you much in the way of what these candidates are, who they represent, and so on and so forth. But that's beside the point. Me, I really don't know a lot about the candidates who are gonna be running for the House or the Senate in Pennsylvania or even Massachusetts, except for that if they're incumbents, they should definitely be ousted. But concerning Bernie Sanders, and I would love to see Bernie Sanders win. There are things that I find wrong with Bernie, but I get the overwhelming feeling that he's more genuine about the topics that he talks about than any other, and that is the problem. Not because I disagree with him. No. It's because the Democratic Party and the Republican Party have been showing, along with the DCC, and all those others, have been showing their overt willingness to do whatever is necessary to keep establishment corporate candidates in office and to place them in office, to appoint them to office. And I keep hearing talk about the 2015 case and so on and so forth, and the overt actions taken in 2015 that gave Hillary the nomination. And now there is even a more overdrive and overreactive part, an aggressively overreactive part on the Democratic Party to rig it. Just as the Republicans have been overtly rigging elections left and right all across the country, the Democrats are demonstrating that they're starting to get to the point where they feel that they have to do the same thing to keep their appointed candidates and get them into office. So, there seems to be this opinion by the independent progressives and leftists that somehow, some way, Bernie Sanders will be the guy that will get through because of grassroots action. Well, why I would like to see that, I don't see it happening, because I believe that the panic part and the aggressive nature, aggressive criminal nature, overt criminal nature of the establishment will rig it. It doesn't matter if it's ridiculously obvious or not. They will appoint the candidate that they want, and regardless of all factors, because Bernie represents a danger, and if Bernie does get in, then he's not going to be serving very long. I think something's going to happen to him. That's what I think will happen. So I'm not as hopeful that there's any reasonable rationale left in the establishment. And the media, the seditious media, is going to town, and it doesn't have to be just Bernie Sanders. It could be Tulsi Gabbard. I think if either of them get, which is past the primaries to be the nominee, which I believe is not likely to happen, because the establishment, the criminal establishment, will do everything, including overt, blatantly, overt and blatant rigging, as far as the Democrats go, but Republicans will back Trump, because that's where they've placed themselves. So yeah, Kyle Klinsky and a whole host of others are, have this hopeful thing going on, and that's not what the realities are telling me. The realities are telling me that come hell high water, the Democrats will place who they want to place at the behest of who funds them and backs them. And the fact that they have a guy there, that even Fox News is propping up, Howard Schultz, or Howard Shits, or whatever you want to append to him. The guys are completely and utterly dislikable. He's, in my book, he's just a criminal. He's just a criminal with money pedigree. Even though he's supposed to have brought himself up out of nowhere, and he's supposed to be, they label him a progressive, and he's not. They label him a centrist. He's not. He's a fascist. So I don't. And when Fox and the others supposedly left, liberal media can come to terms and agree and basically spout the almost exact same things, then guess what? And the fact that what the DCCC recently did, and what they did back in 2015, what they continue to do, to believe in this idea, this fantasy and illusion of hope. I think the 2020 is going to show you how starkly, how criminal, and how not broken, but very purposeful ways things are done, and that there is no democracy, and we do not have a voice. Well, that's the final point.